What's up everyone, Mr. NoobTube Gamer. Today we're playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1 in 2022, my all-time favorite Call of Duty game. I love Black Ops 1 so much, and it's always a great feeling coming back and playing this game. It's like 2010 all over again, back when life was a little bit less shitty. And it seems like I'm not the only one that holds Black Ops 1 in such high regard, because you actually have a lot of people that are still playing. 12 years later, I get full TDM lobbies with DLC every single day of the week, almost every time of the week. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still gonna find someone online, which is crazy, considering how old the game is. But I do live in the East Coast of the United States, which is usually the most busy region of the world when it comes to online games, that and Europe. So if you live in the US or Europe, anywhere around there, you're probably going to have the same experience as I am, but if you live in like South America or Asia, then you might not have a lot of players at all. So keep that in mind when I say that I get games really easy. It might not be the same case depending on where you live. And usually with the older COD games, if you have the map packs installed, it actually becomes a lot harder to find a match, like in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 especially. If you have the DLC, you're very unlikely to even find anybody. But if you don't have the map packs, you usually have a better chance of finding a match. With Black Ops 1, it actually, I think it's the opposite. I think with the DLC, you'll actually find more people because it looks like more people actually bought the DLC with Black Ops 1 compared to most other Call of Duty games. Probably because the zombies were part of the map packs, and everybody loved playing Black Ops 1 zombies back in the day. It was COD Zombies at its absolute peak. So not only is the game still popular in 2022, but the DLC as well. You could see the gameplay. I'm actually playing on a DLC map, Hotel, which is a pretty good map in my opinion. All the DLC maps are great, actually. But I think the main reason why Black Ops 1 still has so many players in 2022 is probably because it's the best old Call of Duty game to go back and play. Like, even if you think that Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2 were better Call of Duty games than Black Ops 1, Black Ops 1 is just a much better game to go back and play because, you know, as much as I love MW2, that game really was an unbalanced mess. Now, that's not to say that Black Ops 1 doesn't have a lot of balancing problems, you know, with Second Chance Pro and Ghost and a whole bunch of other stuff. But compared to Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 is pretty chill. You don't have noob tubes flying around every 5 seconds, except for when I'm in the lobby. When I'm in the lobby, you get noob tubes all the time. But, you know, with Flak Jacket and that kind of stuff, the noob tubes aren't really nearly as lethal as MW2, especially since MW2 had the one-man army, danger close, all that bullshit. And with Black Ops 2, I know there are a lot of people that think that Black Ops 2 was better than Black Ops 1. I personally disagree with that, but even if you agree, the fact of the matter is, Black Ops 2 is not in a very good place in 2022. You have a shit ton of hackers. It's gotten a little better over the years, and I'll elaborate more when I get to Black Ops 2 in 2022 when I make that video. But yeah, I think if you're a fan, especially if you're a fan of Treyarch Call of Duty, and you're not really into the whole balancing of MW2 where you're getting shot down by a noob tube every 5 seconds or an AC-130 or, you know, 10,000 different ways to die in MW2. Black Ops 1, it's definitely a lot more chill. And with Black Ops 1, I never run into any hackers or cheaters, unlike Black Ops 2 and most of the games that came out back then around the 7th generation of consoles, the COD games back then. Black Ops 1, I think, has the least amount of hackers. I only see cheaters once in a while. Like, it's not a very common thing at all. And I think it's aged pretty well. Obviously, the graphics are very outdated at this point, but I think the core gunplay and overall gameplay holds up pretty well in 2022. Like, I think if your first Call of Duty game was COD Vanguard or something like that, I think you could still enjoy Black Ops 1, no problem. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, this game is so old. Like, you know, the graphics will look old to you, but eventually you'll get used to that, and it'll just be a fun game. I think the only respect where the game is really outdated is when it comes to the matchmaking, where it's peer-to-peer, and a lot of times you have host migration and all that annoying bullshit that, you know, we kind of forgot about as Call of Duty players with the newer games. I think Black Ops 3 was when we started having dedicated servers for all platforms, including consoles. But yeah, back then, connecting to a match was really annoying. That being said, I get pretty stable connection most of the time when I play. It's very rare where I get booted out of the game in the middle of it. But it does happen often enough where you'll notice it and it will be kind of annoying. Not game-breaking, but just annoying. But speaking of game-breaking, we actually should talk about the difference between Black Ops 1 between multiple platforms, because Black Ops 1 in 2022 is not going to be the same experience across the board on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. Because even though I've said good things about how you can find games all the time, what I'm really talking about is the Xbox 360 version of Black Ops 1, which can also be played on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X. As you all know, there is no backwards compatibility for PS3 games on the PS4 or PS5, so if you want to play the PlayStation version of Black Ops 1, you need a PS3 console. And then the PC version, you can get it on Steam, but if it's not on sale, they charge $50 for the full game. Not even DLC, just the regular game. And the Xbox version has the highest player numbers by far, because with the PS3, the problem that you have is that if you did not create an account and play Black Ops 1 prior to, I think it was 2018. 2018, yeah, that's when they did the PlayStation Network name change. If you try to make a new account and play for the first time now, what will happen is that you'll be able to connect to a game and you'll be able to play and you'll be able to reach whatever rank that you get. But as soon as you log off and log back in, you will be back to level 1 and you will lose all your progress. So for that reason, the PS3 version is unplayable unless you have an older account from before PlayStation introduced the name change feature, because with the name changes, it fucked up a whole bunch of shit. I don't know why or how, but it did. And with PC, I have the PC version. Someone actually bought it for me because they wanted to play zombies with me, one of my fans on YouTube, which I appreciate, but I haven't really been playing lately, so I kind of feel bad about that. But yeah, with the PC version, when it comes to multiplayer, is pretty much a no-go as well. I played a few games with my friends, but besides that, like trying to get into a public match of TDM, unless you're talking about crouch-only servers and hardcore servers and a whole bunch of bullshit servers that are really not fun, you're not going to really get into a lot of games for Black Ops 1 in 2022 for PC. The community is practically dead compared to the Xbox version. So I would say, look, if you want to play Black Ops 1 in 2022, the Xbox version is your only viable option. It's the best option, and it's the most fun by far. I wouldn't even recommend playing on the other platforms. But if you're able to get the Xbox version, I would definitely recommend you play Black Ops 1 in 2022. I don't know if I go as far as to say that you should buy all the DLC as well, because they're still charging $15 per map pack. So you're paying $60 just for the DLC, and then the game, if you can get a disc, you probably get one cheap for like, I don't know, $10, $15, $20. But we're still talking like $70, $80 for an 11-year-old game. Like, that's just no. Don't do that. But if you happen to have the DLC, if you happen to have paid for it back in the day, definitely install it, because people are still playing on the multiplayer maps, and the zombies maps are absolutely incredible in Black Ops 1 Zombies, except for Moon. Moon is a piece of shit map. Oh, and Shangri-La also kind of sucks. But Ascension is one of the absolute best maps in all of Zombies history. Call of the Dead is iconic. But if you don't want to buy into the DLC, Kino der Toten is what an incredible map. I'll just say that. I'm sure a lot of you know, though, because they did remaster Kino der Toten in Black Ops 3, and I think it might be in another one as well. But yeah, that's pretty much Black Ops 1 in 2022. Definitely still worth your time. No hackers, no skill-based matchmaking, and no microtransactions, and a shit ton of fun. Doesn't get much better than that. Oh yeah, and a kick-ass single-player campaign that I didn't mention in this video for some reason. I don't even know why. But yeah, it's another great reason to buy the game. Let me know what you guys think about Black Ops 1 in 2022. Do you still play it? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.